Hello, and welcome back to Mindset Vincente. If you are here, it's because you are looking for stories that can transform your perspective on challenges and resilience. Today, I am not just talking to you about football. I am telling you the story of a man who literally walked through hell to touch the sky. Sir Bobby Charlton was not just England's greatest player. He was the living symbol of the human spirit's ability to rebuild from the ashes. Before we dive into this incredible journey of a legendary mindset, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. Your support allows me to keep sharing these stories of extraordinary determination with you. Done? Let's begin. To understand the steel in Bobby Charlton's soul, you have to look at where he came from. Born in 1937 in Ashington, a coal mining town in northeast England, his path seemed predetermined. In Ashington, you either went down into the pits or you found a way out through sport. Football was in his blood. His mother's brothers were professionals, but Bobby had something different. He possessed a shot that felt like a cannon blast and an elegance that seemed out of place in the mud of post-war England. At age 15, he joined Manchester United, becoming a cornerstone of the Busby Babes, a team of incredibly talented youngsters destined to rule Europe. He debuted in 1956, scoring twice, and the world realized a star was born. But life was about to test him in the most brutal way imaginable. February 6, 1958, is the date that changed everything. Returning from a European Cup match in Belgrade, the team's plane stopped in Munich to refuel. It was snowing heavily. After 2 aborted takeoffs, the third attempt ended in disaster. The plane crashed, killing 23 people. 8 of Bobby's teammates, his best friends, his brothers, were gone. Bobby was thrown from the wreckage, still strapped to his seat. He woke up on the icy tarmac with only minor physical injuries, but his soul was shattered. At just 20 years old, he faced the survivor's guilt that would haunt him for a lifetime. This is where the winning mindset truly begins. Bobby could have quit. Most people would have. But he decided that he wouldn't just play for himself anymore. He would play for those who could no longer run onto the pitch. The years following Munich were a masterclass in silent resilience. Bobby became a man of few words, carrying a quiet dignity and a profound sense of mission. Alongside his manager Matt Busby, he undertook the impossible task of rebuilding Manchester United from nothing. He shifted his game, becoming a total midfielder with unparalleled vision and that signature long-range strike. By the mid-1960s, he was part of the United Trinity alongside George Best and Denis, playing a brand of football that was pure art. But his ultimate test of greatness came in 1966. Playing at home in the World Cup, Bobby was the heartbeat of England. His 2 goals in the semi-final against Portugal are legendary, and he led the 3 Lions to their only World Cup trophy. That same year, he won the Ballon d'Or. In just 8 years, he had gone from the wreckage in Munich to being the best player on the planet. However, for Bobby, the journey wasn't complete until he settled a debt to his fallen friends. He had promised to bring the European Cup to Old Trafford. In 1968, 10 years after the tragedy, he led United into the final at Wembley against Benfica. As captain, he scored twice in a 4-1 victory. When the final whistle blew, he didn't join the wild celebrations. Instead, he found Matt Busby, and they shared a tearful embrace. That hug represented a decade of grief, sweat, and unyielding promise. They had finally closed the circle. Bobby stayed at United until 1973, leaving as the club's top scorer and appearance maker, records that stood for nearly half a century. Sir Bobby Charlton's legacy is not just found in his trophies or his knightage, but in how he carried himself. He was a gentleman in a world that can often be cruel. He faced his final battle with dementia with the same quiet courage he showed on the pitch, passing away in 2023 at the age of 86. His story reminds us that a winning mindset isn't about never falling. It's about having the strength to stand back up when you have every reason to stay down. You have the power to turn your greatest trauma into your greatest triumph, just as he did. If this story inspired you to keep pushing toward your goals, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a like. It helps me more than you know. What part of Sir Bobby's journey resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Stay focused, stay resilient, and I will see you in the next video.